we are in the presence of a celebrity right now. This is
We are.
She did the Super Bowl commercial with Bill Murray and Jeep.
That's it right there.
This is it. This is the one that started it all.
You planned that.
No, I didn't, but yeah, that's cool.
Could we be in line for something funny to come out of the mouth?
Just might happen.
What a little key.
She's the best.
Everyone deserves to feel their best. Everyone deserves to move their best and not have pain.
I'm a little upset that Ben got like 2 inches taller because he's already tall, dark, and handsome enough.
Culture is something we think about like all the time at Streakies. You know, we're all coming from different cultures.
Our comments have exploded through the roof. So there you go.
Good afternoon, Lancaster. My name is Ben McClure, one of the co-hosts here of Lancaster Connects. Lancaster Connects is the show all about great things, great people, or I should say great people doing great things in Lancaster community. Got a great guest. We'll bring him on in just a moment. My apologies if you're watching this live. It's 2:08. Normally the show starts at 2 o'clock. That is all on me. It's my fault. We got this new camera, and I think it looks fantastic, but there was like some sort of issue with the camera, and it would like freeze. So I'm like, let's restart the computer. And then, of course, I did that. And it went through an update process, which takes a little bit, unfortunately. So it kind of pushed us back here. So my apologies. If you're watching after the fact, doesn't matter. Welcome to Lancaster Connects. My name is Ben, and we are recording here live in Gardner's Mattress and More, right across from Park City Mall. Lancaster Connects is brought to you by our business, Gardner's Mattress and More. I do want to mention, normally I have my co-host, Jeff Giannakavo, here with me. Jeff is still out. He is with his wife, Steph, who's in the hospital battling an infection at the moment. So our thoughts and prayers are with Stephanie, his wife, and Jeff and the whole Giannakavo family as they go through this time. So you're in capable hands with me. I will take care of navigating this ship in the right direction. Normally we do our connection, our community rundown. We're going to do that. We're going to flip the script and do that at the end of the show today. So without further ado, I have a fantastic guest, a timely guest for this Christmas season. I've got Mike Reynolds from the Lancaster Stormers and Clipper Magazine Stadium. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You know, in preparation for this show, I must have typed Barnstormers a bunch of times. Is that normal? Do people still call you the Barnstormers?
Yeah, and we still say the Barnstormers here in the office. So it's
all right.
We will always be the Barnstormers. We're no offense taken. We still love who we are and who we were, and but we also enjoy the new logo and the new brand as well. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's hard when the Barnstormers or the Stormers been around since 2005. I mean, that's a lot of years, right? So you get used to a name, and then it changes, and then you just adapt, right?
Yeah, we still have we have secondary logos with the barn in it. We still so we still pay homage and have pride in what the Barnstormers were. It worked out well with it being our 20th year last year to make their transition to the Stormers. A lot of people, when they come to the game, it's funny. I heard more people call us the Stormers before we switched over to being the Stormers. And then when we made the switch, people are like, no, you're the Barnstormers. And so now people will slip and say Barnstormers. But when people came to the games prior to us making the switch to the Stormers, it was always, let's go Stormers, let's go Stormers. Yep. Many of us said Stormers, but also, many of us still. I slip and say Barnstormers. Yep. It's part of who we are. It's part of our history. So we have nothing against that.
Good. I'm glad you cleared it up because I'm going to slip up again. I'm sure down the road here. We're going to talk about.
It just means you're a supporter since day one.
That's right. I mean, I remember going to games in 2005. I mean, just exciting living in Lancaster, having a professional ball club to support and to enjoy a baseball game. Super, super cool what you do there. We're going to have a show with you. We're going to bring you back in. I guess your season starts in April or May. Maybe
guys get in town in April. Yes.
Yeah, we'll have a show all about the Stormers. Maybe we can bring on a player or a coach or something like that. So we'll save the rest of the Stormers conversation for that show. Today's show is all about Clipper Magazine Stadium and everything that you do at Clipper Stadium, including the Christmas events, which we'll talk all about. So can you just give us, I mean, I know it's an overwhelming amount of events that you host at the stadium, but can you just kind of give us an overview of the community hub that the stadium is and has been for a long time?
Yeah. So we, we're in sports. We love numbers. We love stats and data. But the one number I really love to share is in 2023, we had guests on site 327 days out of 365. And we only have, that year we had 63 home games for the Stormers plus all the plus the playoff games. But really having guests on site for almost 330 days in a year speaks to us being the community center that we want to be. And yes, the Stormers, Barnstormers are the reason the stadium exists. They will always be the anchor of the venue, but we want to be a community center. We, our life, our motto, our mission here is to be the community center for Lancaster, PA, and Central PA, while making memories every time you're on site and being a really good marketing bidder for the businesses that help support the stadium that allows us to make those memories for the community. So to just use it the 63 days a year would not be enough. And also all these other events that we have allow different people to come to the stadium. Though we know everyone's a baseball fan and everyone wants to come out and watch the Stormers. Not everyone's going to, make that a priority to use this venue that we want it to be used by everyone. So to have the RV show, to have our kickball games, to have the girls' youth flag football leagues, we have so many things that go on here that allows so many different people to come on site, including our annual Christmas with the Stormers event that we have going on right now.
That's cool. I know you've hosted concerts there, Boy Scout sleepovers or scouting sleepovers. Like, it's such a cool venue because you could do so much with it. You have all the grounds on the field, which, you picture a baseball field. There's a lot of ground there. And then you have the concourse area. You have all the seats. So you can host a number of different types of events. I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's a very, we like to think of it as an outdoor convention center.
Okay, that's cool.
Whether it be trade shows, whether it be company outings, whether it be, customer appreciation events. And there's so much that can be done here. And we are just scratching the surface of all the things that we can do, especially when it comes to athletic events. With the artificial turf being put in last year, it's really opens up us being able to. We're going to have collegiate baseball games starting here in February. And,
really?
Yeah. And prior to the artificial turf, when it was natural grass. By the way, I'm a baseball traditionalist. If I could have my way, prior to running a stadium that needs to have people on site every day, I would want grass, and I love the smell of the fresh cut grass when we start cutting in April. But really, to be a community center and to be a thriving business, the offers of turf made the most sense for us to continue to offer a safe and consistent playing service for our athletes, but being the community center for everyone to have them come out. So having college games here in February is going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome just to use that early. That's
really, really cool. So obviously it's the holiday season. We're like more than halfway between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like a week and a half away or something. So you've got a bunch of cool events focused on Christmas and also charities and nonprofits right here at the stadium. Walk us through what you got going on right now.
Yeah, we have, to your point, we have a lot going on. The first thing you'll see when you come on site here is our Christmas Spirit drive-through show, which you see on that video that's going right now. It's a mile-long course that literally takes your vehicle onto the field at one point, driving around the warning track.
Cool.
Over 1 million different color lights, all synchronized to music. So when you're driving through, there's 16 songs, I believe it is. Each song has different colors and different synchronization with the music. It's really, I say it maybe biased because it's here on site, but it really is one of my favorite things about Christmas each year. I love taking the kids through plenty of times. It's cool. A beautiful show. Chris Brink and his family do an amazing job changing it each year, adding more to it. So you definitely have to do the drive-through show when you're on site. And then inside the stadium, we really continue the festivities inside. So we have Christmas Tree Lane, which has become an amazing event here as well. nearly 100 trees sponsored by local businesses. Each tree is then represents a nonprofit that raises money for that nonprofit.
That's
The
cool.
last 2 years, each year we've raised over $40,000 each year for those nonprofits.
Just from this tree event.
Just from the tree event.
That's amazing.
It's great. So each tree has a nonprofit that's attached to it, and it's the funds that's being raised. Each business and nonprofit gets a webpage also. So the idea is, can we also spread awareness for these nonprofits and what they do for our community members? These businesses, can we help promote them for them sponsoring nonprofits during this time of year? So it really is an awesome event. People come through, check out the trees. It's an amazing event. And every single night that we're open inside, we also have free photos with Santa, right? So yes, people do pay to go through the drive-through show, but because of all the sponsorships and the businesses that get involved with our Christmas show, we're able to keep the inside free and cost-free for our guests. So it's free to come in, check out the trees. It's free to see Santa every single night and give their wish list for the year. And then we have special things throughout the season. So we have 3 nights photos with reindeer, which are very popular. People love it. We have Mrs. Claus every Saturday reading stories to the kids. We are thankful Subaru Lancaster County Motors sponsors our Wet Nose Wednesdays. So pet photos with Santa has become a favorite thing as well for families. We do during the Stormer season every Wednesday. We have dogs and some cats that come to the games on Wednesdays. So we continue the tradition for our Christmas show where pets can come in and take photos with Santa as well. And then this past Friday, we just had our Dashing Through the Lights 5K, our 3rd year. It's 3 laps through the light show with the music going. And
cool.
Yeah, we had over 500 runners this year. And they come dressed up in their different garb. But we had Christmas trees this year. We had angels. We had gingerbread. We had a lot of different fun costumes. And it's 10 Ben. It is 10 o'clock on a Friday in December. There was the costume.
Great.
There's the costumes winner. And they are here, over 500 people to run on a Friday night. I think it was 28 degrees when we said
yes.
And they're here. So, we're fortunate with all the different events that we're able to put on in the month of December. Before us having this Christmas event here at the stadium, we were, it was nice for the staff. We didn't, not that we weren't working, we weren't here at night anymore.
Right.
After the season. But it's a great use of the venue, great location, to your point, a lot of space. So for us to be able to provide this event for the community, we're thankful to provide it, and we're also fortunate and thankful that everyone comes out to support the event.
That's, unbelievable. You must have like a bedroom there at the stadium. I don't know how you'd sleep with all that you got going on. It's amazing. We have an A+ group of colleagues that work here. Yeah,
we're very fortunate for the amount of people that work here, that have a lot of care for what we do. For who we are. The owners are so supportive of everything we do. So, though I am here a lot, it's not as much as it used to be because we've just built such a unbelievable group of colleagues that help put this show together.
Yeah, everybody that I've ever interacted with in the ballpark or with your organization has been A+. So kudos to you for that great team that you've assembled there to put these awesome events on. There are so many questions we can ask. So somebody could go through the light show with their car. They pay to do that, but then they can park and they can walk the concourse and the tree lane, correct?
Yeah. So when you enter the property, typically the first thing to do is go through the light show. You do not have to go through the light show to come inside. But it is strategically placed where when you end the light show, you park. Then you're able to walk through what we call Candy Cane Lane to the entrance of the stadium, which is the main entrance of the stadium. And then there's opportunity for, we do have food and beverage available, not necessary to purchase, but we do have food and beverage available. Hot chocolate, some adult beverages as well. Ben, if you are looking for one of my favorites this time of year, it's peanut butter whiskey with hot cider.
I've never seen that combination, but it sounds amazing.
I'm telling you, it is amazing. But anyway, not about the alcohol. No.
Right.
So you come in, and actually this year we actually added two things. We added scavenger hunts to the inside show, which
cool.
families have loved. So we placed 10 elves on the shelves around the stadium for families to go hunt. We give them clues, and then once they find those elves, each elf is holding a word, and then that word gets filled in, and you're able to make a sentence. I won't tell you what that sentence is. You have to come figure it out.
Oh my goodness! All right, that's
and then
cool.
we also have a scavenger hunt for adults. Each one where they put them in a they put them in a raffle bin, and then we will pick some winners with some awesome prizes at the end of the year. And then once you come to the stadium, the trees are on each side of the concourse, about 50 on each side of the concourse. To the third base side, we have Santa's North Pole shed, where that's where you get to go see Santa and take photos with Santa. The kids' park is decked out for those that can hang out in some cold weather. We got the playground, we got the carousel, we got some really cool reindeer toys for the kids to hop around on. And then you continue the walk around. As I mentioned, we do have the Reindeer on 3 nights, which is in our TEC pavilion. Yep. And then as you continue on the first base side with all the trees, we have Santa's North Pole hub, so his house, if you would, which is one of my colleagues did an amazing job with the decorations in there. It literally looks like it could be Santa's home.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so the kids can can write their letters to Santa. They put them in, and then this year we've tried to encourage them. Not that we want everyone's address, but this year for those that do put their home address, we're able to reply. Santa's replying to those letters. And
no way.
Yeah, and then they're gonna get a special Stormers treat with that letter. So
that's so cool.
It's cool. And then I mentioned that we skipped over the team store, but that's where Mrs. Claus sits to read her books to the kiddos on Saturday night. So it's just a lot to do. It's a fun time. If it's a free night out. If you don't want to go through the drive-through, and just thankful for all the businesses that help make it happen.
Oh my gosh. And the smiles that you're creating here at the ballpark, that's just amazing. I remember as a child, like my hometown had a little barn, like a shed, like a big garden shed. And that was Santa's hut. And he was there all the time. And you could go there and, get your picture with Santa and tell him what you wanted as a kid and all that. And I feel like in a lot of ways, the busyness of the holiday season, a lot of that stuff is missing. Like there's not a lot of communities doing that type of thing anymore, but you're doing it. And you've got so much more than just Santa there. It's such an amazing thing to see.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We are. It's great to see a lineup by Santa Shed and see the kids get excited. To your point, I remember that as a child as well. I'm from Rhode Island, but we used to go every year to it's called La Salette Shine, which was a church that had millions and millions of lights. But that's on our way there every year. We would stop. To your point, it was like Home Alone when Kevin stops at that Santa's hut in town. That's kind of like what I went to as a kid. Yes. And so to have that available and make it free for everyone, because nowadays we're not looking really to walk away with a picture because we want it on our phone so people can post it to social or do what they want with it. I see photos of the Grinch. We have characters here as well. Just to be able to provide a fun holiday event for the community as a thank you for all their support and coming out to Stormers games throughout the season. It's been an amazing few years of having this event on site.
That's cool. How many lights? Do you know the number?
Well, I typically say over 1 million because actually every single light outside during the light show, they all have I think it's thousands of different colors that they can be.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So though that tree right now is blue and purple, it's also green and red at one point. Yep. So as you go through it, again, it's all synchronized depending on the song, what colors match to it. So I like to say millions because there are a lot of different colors that you get to see when you drive through and walk through the stadium here.
That's cool. And how long does it take a car to drive through? I think you said it was like 16 songs or something like that.
Yeah, you're going to have to go through a couple times to hear every song. But I always suggest people to go as slow as they can. Like literally take your time. Like go slow. Not that we want to break any drive-in laws here, but if you have a sunroof, let the kids pop their head out. We see a lot of that going on. So it takes, if you do it right, it's about 20, 22 minutes from start to finish driving. Some people, you may see some Scrooges that just want to get through it, and they're going but they're going faster than I would suggest through it. But no, do it right. It's a 20, 22 minute drive through.
That's cool. So how does the charity angle work with the trees? So the businesses sponsor a tree. So they're investing in the tree to have there. And then I believe they decorate it kind of on behalf of the nonprofit that they're supporting. And then how is the money raised? How, the $40,000 you mentioned, how is that being raised?
So every tree has a QR code as well as their own page, and it takes you to a page where you can donate. So it's $2 per vote. So it's $2 per vote, and 100% of the proceeds go back to that nonprofit. So to your point, that if you are a business that have done it, sponsored tree for a few years, it's $350. This year it was raised for new trees up to $400. That covers the tree stand, the electricity, that we care for the trees the entire month with water. The webpage, everything comes with it for the tree. And then to your point, a lot of businesses will will decorate the tree. Some businesses just prefer the nonprofit decorate the tree.
Okay. Yep.
And then what we do is we have a whole guidelines that we share with the nonprofits and the businesses to do their self-promotion of the tree, whether it be the social media, newsletters, have their donors and the supporters share on their pages. And again, so all 100% of the proceeds go back to the nonprofit. Then we also have a couple contests. So we give back money to the top 3 trees to make it a contest. They get additional revenue from that or fundraising for that. Then we also have the top 3 trees based on a judges panel. They also get some funds from that as well. So it's this year we joke that we typically do the decorations the Tuesday and Wednesday following Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And then we have a whole tree lighting the Thursday after Thanksgiving, so a week later. But this year, that Tuesday morning, normally there's a line out there on Tuesday morning at 9:00 for people to come in. This year, over 60 trees had someone on site before 10 a.m., which is it's so cool. Those 2 decorating days, typically they're the 2 of the coldest days of the year.
Sure.
But we have Christmas music going. We offer hot chocolate and some cookies for those that are decorating. Those 2 days are just as fun for everyone that's coming in to decorate, for the businesses and the nonprofits. As just as much fun as the nights coming here to kick off the tree lighting when we do the whole Clock Griswold lighting of the trees.
Yeah, that's cool. So Chris was scrolling through the different trees, so you can go online or do it in person, scan the QR code, vote for your favorite tree. You could, I'm sure, vote for multiple trees, right?
Yes.
Multiple votes, there's multiple donations. Look like there's some pretty cool trees there. I mean, people get pretty creative with these decorations, don't they?
It is amazing. It's really impressive. Look at that one in the middle, right?
Awesome.
The Lancaster Control Market. It is amazing how much thought and energy and passion that these businesses and nonprofits put into the trees. It really is. It's really impressive. They are so creative every single year. We always see new trees every single year. Businesses, cool. Some of them will put, they'll use ornaments from their organization, or if it's a construction company, they'll use tools. But the creativity, Lancaster County is not short of creativity when it comes to decorating these trees. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's so cool. So obviously it takes, we talked a little bit about your team, but it takes a ton of behind the scenes effort to put this together. Can you talk about your team a little bit and the effort, and some of the things that go on behind the scenes to make all of this happen?
Yeah. So the outside of the stadium is a lot of the drive-through. 99% of the drive-through is done by the Christmas Spirit Light Show, Chris Brink and his team. Okay. Anything you see inside, anything as far as decorations as you walk into the stadium, the parking lot, and inside the stadium it's all our full-time staff. So it is all of my colleagues that thought that they were taking a job with the baseball team to sell baseball.
Right. And yeah, go to a warm destination in the winter, right?
Yeah, exactly. Take December off. But I will tell you, not once not to my face at least, has anyone complained about being part of this Christmas at
awesome.
Madison Stadium. They've embraced it. It's been awesome. They we have a lot of the colleagues. Everyone has different talents and hidden interests. There's a couple on site that really enjoy decorating, and they do an amazing job. So HR by day, Santa's North Pole by night.
That's so cool.
And one thing when we hire and when we're looking for new talent, we preach community here at the stadium, right? And that's not just to the outside world, if you would. It is to anyone that works here. So really, we've been fortunate that the employees that we've been able to hire, they have the same passion and love for the stadium, for the community, for what we're trying to do. So I'd say 100% of them understand that us doing all of the community events and giving back, similar to what we do for the Christmas event, allows for us to have that much success with the Stormers in the summer. So they understand that this is just part of who we are. It's part of being a 12-month-a-year event. It's part of us being the community center that we say we are. So no one pushes back. It's and they love it. It's a great, it's team building. What we do is we divide and conquer different areas of the stadium, and then they team up and they come up with their theme for that year, for that area. And they do an amazing job with what they put together here.
That's awesome. How many people do you have employed there?
We are a full-time staff of 32 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And Chris had on the screen, I'm sure you're always looking for passionate, dedicated, of course, baseball people, but also people that are passionate about their community and having this sort of impact on their community. So if you're watching and listening and want to work at the Stormers and at Clipper Stadium, by all means, head to their website and get the process started there. So cool. So this goes, there's Jon chiming in. Jon, he says, great show today. Stadium's a wonderful venue for the entire community. Jon, thanks for watching, tuning in. And your buddy Joe from J-Dog.
Yes,
he says hello. So in fact, he referenced networking events. I know you have the suites up around the stadium, and you can host events and networking groups and stuff like that. So he mentioned the Retro Arcade. Since he did, tell us about that.
Have you been to the new Silver Ball Retro Arcade, Ben?
I have not. Shame on me. I have not.
You, whenever you can get away from the office, you got to come by. I'll give you a tour of it. It is.
That's cool.
There's a website specifically for Silver Ball Retro. I think it's Silver Ball Retro Arcade, Lancaster. So you've seen you've been here where you've seen the one side of the arcade where we had the skee ball machines, and maybe 10, 15 pinball machines. We now have over 60 machines in that whole entire suite. So
whoa!
Skee ball, it's silver ball. It's pinball. We have air hockey. We have the old centipede. We have Simpsons. We have here it is. Yeah, it is. We have basketball. We have golf.
Look at that. Okay.
It is. So we literally have a company corporate on site in the stadium every night from essentially from Black Friday through December 23rd, and then we have some the last week of December as well.
That's so cool.
There's a lot of beautiful places in Lancaster. A lot of places that have awesome corporate events. There's a lot of beautiful places, but I don't think there's a better backdrop because outside the windows is the drive-through light show. So you have your own light show outside the windows for your corporate. You can't see the lights there, but it is when we have weddings in there. We have rehearsal dinners. I mean, it has become a very, very popular venue.
That's cool. So somebody wants to reserve that. Do they arrange their own catering and food, or do you help them with that, or how does that work?
So we do all the catering. All the catering is done internally, and we get glowing reviews. I visited the two parties that were here on Friday night, and they went out of their way to say they were expecting it to be ballpark food, and we're just amazed with the food. Our chef has been here now. He runs our food and beverage probably 2.5 years, and he is Mike White. He's done an amazing job. He's worked at hotels and restaurants in the area, and there's the Hot Shop, and he's done just an amazing job with our menu. So you can go basic ballpark food to we do seafood and steak, and there's a lot of different options for food, and it comes out great.
That's so cool. So to book that, is that the page to do that? The Lancaster Silver Ball Retro Arcade, you can get the process started right there.
Yeah, right there. It sends a note to one of my colleagues here at the stadium, and they can answer any questions and show what's available for dates. Really easy process.
That's awesome, man. You got some really, really cool stuff going on there at the ballpark, all the Christmas events. Looking ahead, anything cool? I mean, obviously the baseball is coming up in the spring, but anything else that you're looking to incorporate from an event standpoint, or something new that you're doing with the stadium in 2025?
We're talking to a couple event vendors that we're hoping to bring at least one new event to the stadium this year. Nothing finalized and booked. I mentioned earlier that we have a lot of collegiate games in February and March, and some into April that will be here. We will have, I think it's the 5th year of doing our July 3rd event, which last year we had over 7,000 guests come out to. It's another free community event with fireworks at the end on July 3rd. Although we will have 3 straight days of fireworks, the 3rd because it's our July 3rd event, the 4th because it's the 4th, and then the 5th because it's a Saturday home game, and we won't miss a Saturday home game without fireworks. So I'm sure my neighbors behind me outside that window are going to love me. Come July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Now I'm getting an email or two. And then let's see, the July 3rd, we're looking at some musical things that we'll bring back again this year. So we've got some things coming up. We just haven't finalized any bookings yet, but I guarantee you we are working at seeing what new things that we can bring here to the stadium.
Very, very good. All right. Well, I know you've got to run soon, so we'll do our connection cocktail here. Just a few questions to get to know you a little bit better, and then we'll wrap up our time here with Mike. So, all right. So, Mike, it's the holiday season. What's your favorite holiday tradition?
So I have 4 kids. My wife and I have they're currently 11, 10, 9, and 4. We I don't know how this started, but I'll just go and lay it out on the table. My mother-in-law gets us matching pajamas every year. And so we all wear our pajamas, and then we go out in our pajamas, me and the family. We come here to the stadium. We walk through. The kids get Santa. There's a Lidditz holiday drive-through that you can. I don't know if you're familiar with that as well. And so and then we'll pick. Every year is different. We'll pick somewhere to go eat, and it's just a good time to spend with the kids. Depends on the how late it is, but my favorite holiday movie is Home Alone.
Yep.
I don't know why, because maybe it's just because it's what I watched as a kid.
It's our childhood.
I love it. So my kids have grown to love it too. So and then we'll go home and watch that either that night or the next day. So
that's cool.
It's a fun. It's a night just for us, because obviously, as you know, the holidays can be busy, whether it be with work or just other things that get planned. It's a very social time of the year, but that's a night. That's day and night just for us.
Yep, that's awesome. We watched Home Alone 2 weekends ago, and Home Alone 2 we watched with my son last week or this past weekend. He's like, I like Home Alone 2 better. I'm like, that's not right, but whatever.
It is not right, but I will tell you, I literally just watched Home Alone 2 last night.
Nice. And that is violent. Home Alone 2, my gosh.
It is. Yeah. The recordings of what they are, when he records that movie, it's like, woof.
Yeah. Especially with the young ears, it can be a little, it gets a little interesting, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right. So you're the general manager of the Stormers and all the cool things that are happening at Clipper Magazine Stadium. But I want to know what your first job was.
First job in sports?
Or just in general.
So my first job in sports actually was I was a sales rep for the Connecticut Sun of the WNBA.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I did my internship at Mohegan Sun Arena at Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut, and it was with the sports and entertainment department. Right time, right place, work hard. I feel like if you work hard, it always pays off. I stayed on as a part-time employee in my senior year of college, and just so happens that the tribe that owns the casino purchased the WNBA team from the Orlando Magic. Yeah. So it used to be Orlando Miracle, brought them to Connecticut. And my interview was 2 days before my senior year of spring break. And I got the job the next day. They called me the next day and said, I got the job. And so flew to my senior year of spring break knowing I had a job after college.
That's so cool. And working for a professional ball club. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. My first job ever was washing dishes at a local breakfast spot in the town I grew up in.
Yep. As is, I think, most people, either fast food, washing dishes, something in the restaurant industry there. Yeah. All right. Last question, and we'll let you go. Your favorite Christmas thing to do in Lancaster County, and it can be self-serving.
No, I don't want to be self-serving. I think it's easy to say. I think what we have put together here at the stadium with the Stormers is just magical. I think it is. If when I go out there and I see the trees and then the light show behind it and just everything, it really is it's become an amazing thing, and just to know that all my colleagues have been able to put that together. It's just a proud moment. I will say we have actually just this past weekend, we've done it for the second year now. My family and a couple of families from my neighborhood, we go to EPAC for their Performing Arts Center.
Yeah.
And it's this year was Elf Junior.
Yep.
So it's a bunch of high school / maybe middle school students. They do a fabulous job. They do an amazing job. And so for the 6 adults and then the 8 kids that were there, everyone loves it. Everyone loves it, except for the 6th grade boy. But
right. There's always one.
Yeah, there's always one. But it's we've now done it 2 years in a row, and they do a fabulous job up there at just like Fulton does a great job. I don't want to name there's just a lot of great performance venues around Lancaster County with a lot of great actors. So that's something that we've done.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing that. We had EPAC on the show a month or two ago.
Oh, great.
Talked to Ed Fernandez, and he told us that Elf Junior was coming up, and Elf is one of those that's family favorite, of course, now, and you just have to watch it. There's Christmas movies you have to watch every year. So
I'm telling you, Ben, those kids are just so talented. Like it's not. Yeah. I was talking with a buddy from back home, and he's like, "Oh, you're going to a kids show with your kids in it?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Yeah." What? Why are you going? I'm like, honestly, I'm telling you, these kids are talented. They do a really good job.
That's cool. Well, thanks for sharing a little bit about you. Thanks for sharing about the Lancaster Stormers and the Clipper Stadium and all the Christmas events that you've got going on there. You've got the Christmas Candy Lane.
Yep.
Is that the drive-through?
The drive-through is the Christmas Spirit Light Show.
Okay. Yep. And then you got the trees.
Christmas
the decorated trees that you can donate to your favorite charity or pick your favorite tree that's decorated. And you've got Santa, you've got the pictures with the reindeer, you've got the Wet Nose Wednesdays, pictures for the dogs with Santa. I mean, unbelievable stuff. Of course, food and drink. Check it out. And it goes through the end of the month, right? The 31st?
Yeah, so the inside of the show, you can walk through the trees through December 23rd. And then the drive-through is every night from now until December 31st. Yes. That's
so cool. So go to LancasterStormers.com for all the information, tickets, and details on all the cool events. Mike, thanks for being on the show again. I think you're a 2-timer. We'll make you a 3-timer in April when we bring you back to talk about the Lancaster Stormers new season coming up.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too, Mike. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Take care. That was so cool. I mean, that is such a neat venue. I remember, we talked a little bit. There's Betsy. Wonderful events at the stadium. They enjoy going to the events. We talked about it with Mike. when he came on. The excitement of bringing baseball to Lancaster in 2005. It's crazy to say that date. It's been 20 years that they've been playing baseball right here in Lancaster, independent baseball in the Atlantic League. It's really, really cool. And the stadium has grown over the years with these events. Like we said, they do concerts and they host charity events and they host events for the kids. And of course, they play baseball. But this Christmas lineup is really, really special. Every kid, even adults, love holiday lights. I know we as a family, we'll drive around and look for fun lights. But, the charity aspect, the fact that you can impact some nonprofits through the holidays, that's awesome. I mean, $40,000 raised in about a month period of time. That's amazing. And then, the opportunities for photos with Santa and reindeer. I mean, when do you get to do that? It's really, really cool that Mike and the Stormers have put this together for the community enjoyment, a true community hub right here in Lancaster County. So we have got our community rundown, which we put at the end of the show here. So Chris is going to bring up our little laptop there. There we go. We've got first on the list for our community rundown. By the way, we find these in our news feed. So we, as Lancaster Connects, we follow a lot of local businesses and organizations, nonprofits and charitable organizations, and we'll just scroll through our feed, find some newsworthy information that we think might be interesting for our listeners and watchers to know. And we'll highlight them on the show. Usually we'll tag them and mention that we're talking about it on the show. So first one on the list is Nooks Gallery and Bookstore. So this is a fun one. Nooks has been around for a little bit, but just has new ownership in this past year, April or May. Friends of mine, Sean and Miley Smucker, purchased the bookstore and have kind of re-energized it. It's right there on Prince Street in Lancaster. Really, really, really cool bookstore and gallery. They've got a performer coming here. I'm just going to read the event here from their Facebook post. Join us as @Roni A. Bates comes back from Nashville to take us down the Christmas stretch, playing some of her favorites and maybe a Christmas carol or two. Tickets are free but required. So they have a limit to how many people can be there. So get your tickets, but it is free to attend. There'll be a chance to pay what you will at the door. So bring some cash to show your appreciation to our favorite musician. There's a video of her playing there. And while you're at Nooks, get some last minute Christmas gifts. Of course, books. I've actually ordered some books from them for Christmas gifts. Of course, tickets can be found at their event link. So just search up Nooks Gallery and Bookstore on Facebook and give them some support during the holidays and support this local musician who's back from Nashville that will perform for them. Next one on the list here, we've got the Lancaster City Alliance. Free parking. Now it says today, that was, I believe, yesterday or Saturday. But anyway, you have free parking downtown. There's a ton of small businesses, including Nooks and many, many others downtown, and you can do a lot of your holiday shopping there. No need to take the easy way out and do Amazon or Target or any of those. Go downtown. Tons of opportunities to get some great Christmas gifts downtown, but you can get free parking as well. So 12 days of free parking, 2-hour on-street meter parking while you do your holiday shopping throughout the Central Business District in the city of Lancaster from Saturday, September 14th, there it is, Saturday, through Thursday, December 26th. The free parking kiosks in this area will read free 2-hour parking on their screens. So you can check out a map there. Chris has got it up there on the screen. Of course, search up Lancaster City Alliance and find this post, and you'll have all the details right there. It's a pretty big area, and free parking is a big deal. You're going to invest gas to get down there. It's kind of a bummer to also pay to park all the time. So there you go. You get some free parking during the holiday season and do some shopping at some great local businesses. All right, we've got the Lancaster Public Library on their Facebook feed. They posted about the hosting an extra special winter holiday movie night. You can get cozy in your pajamas, bring your favorite blanket and pillow, and step into the holiday spirit. You can enjoy the movie, hot chocolate and cookies, and a photo booth. All aboard for an unforgettable holiday adventure. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. It's perfect for kids and families and kids of all ages. You can register, again, find their Facebook page. Right there it is. It's the Polar Express. Great movie for, again, kids. I know my son, he's 10. He loves the Polar Express and has loved Polar Express. I think we've watched it every year since he was very, very little. So I think I know that movie inside and out by now. But it's rated G. The movie starts at 6 o'clock, and you can get information right there on the the Lancaster Public Library Facebook page. All right, that was the third one. We've got the last one here is the Allegro Orchestra in Lancaster. So just search up Allegro Orchestra Lancaster. The holiday season is upon us, and we're excited to present A City in Song on December 21st. Enjoy an afternoon or evening filled with festive music performed by the Allegro Orchestra Lancaster and the Wheatland Chorale Festival Singers. This is a perfect opportunity to immerse yourself in holiday classics and contemporary favorites. Don't miss out. Secure your tickets now for a joyous celebration. All the information's right there. Looks like a festive time. Holiday, if you're not in the holiday spirit yet, you can get in the holiday spirit by attending this event. Looks like it's Saturday, December 21st. So next weekend, looks like there's a show at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, or 3 o'clock and 7:30, it says there. You can get tickets right there. Again, search up Allegro Orchestra Lancaster either on the web or on Facebook. So thanks to those 4 organizations for being in our news feed. I don't know that they knew they were going to be in our news feed. I don't know that anybody knows what's ever going to be in a news feed, but if you'd like an opportunity to be mentioned on Lancaster Connects, shoot us a message. You can go to our website, lancasterconnects.com, or you can, again, just show up in our news feed or tag us in a post. And if we see that, we will mention you on our community rundown. It's about time to wrap up the show today. I don't have a sleep better tip. I'm a poor preparer for the sleep better tip. But if I'll say anything, it is a holiday season. A lot of times we run ragged, and sleep can be sometimes challenging. Our sleep schedules can kind of be all over the place with all the events we attend, holiday parties, things we're planning to do with the kids and family and all of that. So sticking to a proper routine, sleep routine, is important. We talk about that and many other sleep tips in our book, Sleep Better, help you sleep better, wake up happy every morning. Of course, we do that through a new mattress, help you get better sleep so you can wake up happy every morning. You can get our free book. We'll mail you a copy, gardenersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. If you're looking for great sleep tips, helpful information without even buying a mattress, this book we're more than happy to mail you. We've got some testimonial here for Gardener's Mattress and More. Yes, Betsy, thanks for chiming in. Best wishes with Jeff and his family during what he's going through now. So, we're all thinking of Jeff and Steph and the entire Janakovo family. So thanks for watching, Betsy, and thanks for chiming in. Got a couple of testimonials that came in here for gardeners. These are handwritten testimonials. It's pretty cool. I don't work on the weekends here at Gardeners, or in the building at least. So I'm here Fridays, and mail comes sometimes Friday after I leave and Saturday afternoon. And then I come in Monday morning and I have a bunch of envelopes to open with kind words that people have handwritten about gardeners, which is really, really cool that people live on this thing, right? Or the computer. And we get reviews online, and it's great to get those as well. But it's really cool that someone takes the time, really actually thousands of people over the years. We've got 4 or so binders over there with just handwritten reviews, that people actually take time to write, out what they feel. So it's pretty cool. Got a couple of neat ones here. This person, Christy, thought Drew was great and pointed us to the right kind of mattresses to fit their needs. They always try to support family-owned small businesses. Thanks, we love our bed. And then Virginia wrote she was surprised because there was no pressure, which is one of the interesting things about Google's Chris's producer. By the way, Chris at Cast Ahead is a phenomenal podcast producer. He's really the one that makes this show go with all the on-screen scrolling. Let's just call it that. Always timely with what he's bringing onto the show here. Anyway, Google usually at the top has categories that says, what reviews might mention, and they always say pressure. Like, we're no pressure, but Google puts it in as pressure. Anyway, Virginia here was surprised because there was no pressure, and just the facts about the mattress and let me decide. So that's what we strive to do. We'll give you as much information as you'd like, answer as many questions as you have. Our goal, again, is happy morning wake-ups, and we can't do that unless we know what your sleep needs are and match the product to those sleep needs that you have. So again, help you sleep better, wake up happy every morning. So thank you, Virginia. Thank you, Christy, for your kind words and your stamp sending this letter back to us. So appreciate that. Appreciate all of our customers here at Gardeners. Thanks again to Mike Reynolds of the Lancaster Stormers. I think I only said Barnstormers maybe one time. Lancaster Stormers and Clipper Magazine Stadium and all the great events that they host there. If you're looking, again, to get in the holiday spirit, visit the Christmas events going on right now, Clipper Stadium. Go to lancasterstormers.com for all the details there. Well, that's it. That's our last guest show of the year. We've got a couple of fun shows coming up. Next week, we're doing an Ask Ben show. And then stay tuned. The last Monday of the year, the Monday between Christmas and New Year, we're going to do an award show, our first ever Lancaster Connects award show and year-end wrap-up. It's going to be a fun one. I can't give any more details out, but there might be some awards won and people shouted out in the show. So definitely tune in for that. And that's a wrap. So we'll see you next time on Lancaster Connects. Have a great day.